You're welcome back to The Pulse. And one other issue that's come up very strongly today has been the news of another body found on the campus of the Achimota school. This is the 5th body in just 1 year in that part of the country. Matilda Omega has been investigating this matter. She's been to the school and she joins me now in the studio for more on this story. Matilda, good afternoon to you. We heard the news this morning of the 5th body found on the premises of the Achimota school. You went there today. What's the situation?
Well, so as we speak now, the Achimota police commander in charge, so they are trying to, they've brought in some health officials, and we were not allowed to go to the exact area because I'm told it's been cordoned off and it's now become a security zone, so we were not allowed to take our cameras in, but they have already taken, so by the close of today the body should be taken away and be buried somewhere. It's not going to be buried on the school compound. But yes, indeed, the school is raising a lot of concerns because this is not the first time they are reporting such an incident on the school compound. The police is quick to say it's not on the school compound, it's part of the Achimota forest, but it's still within within their domain. So the school is saying that they want an increased police patrol in that area because they have over 3,000 students on campus and anything could happen. Today it could be outsiders, tomorrow it could be the students themselves, and they have witnessed a number of staff who have been stabbed. Somewhere last year their chief driver was stabbed and he died. And so they don't know what will happen next, so they are asking for an increased police patrol in the school. Okay,
Matilda has been speaking to the headmistress of the school in an interview. Let's hear what she had to say.
We have these challenges of encroachment. As we sit here right now, there are some people who have come just 2 weeks ago. They started building on our school lands. In spite of all that we are saying, all the information in the newspaper that Achimota school is for government, nobody should build. There are people who have pitched camp right now by our staff village near the Gaines Field, who are demarcating portions and building. They are there with land guards, which is very unfortunate because we have children with us. These children, when they go to the Gaines Field and they stray towards that area, will have problems because you have these land guards there. And what will happen? We don't know. We think that we want to use this medium to inform the general public that Achimota school lands belongs to government. Achimota school is a public institution and we need to preserve it for posterity. The school started with a population of about 50. Right now we are about 3,000 students, excluding staff and their dependents. You know, the police always say that go to court on this. We are in court, but the police should also show their presence to the others that no, this is government land. So go and bring your documents before you come here. But many a time, as I wrote to the police about these people, I was told that we should go to court and get an injunction first. But we are saying the police should come and stop them or look at their documents. If you don't have documents, I mean, you have no business being there. The land is in the name of Achimota school. So we are appealing to the police to also look at this area. You know, they don't have papers, so they cannot be there. With or without court restrictions, they cannot be there. But if we wait and say go to court, and this court system takes a long time, then they would have finished building. Then we say because they finished, we cannot demolish. It doesn't augur well for the entire nation. If today your child is not here, tomorrow your grandchild or great-grandchild will be here. Achimota belongs to Ghana. So we should ensure that we protect Achimota. In the same vein, because of the vastness of the school lands, there are a lot of people who are squatting here. We have a lot of squatters. And therefore, recently we've had a lot of murder cases. Just this academic year, we've had 5 murder cases on the compound. And one is still very active. Somebody has been murdered on the school compound. The body is in a terrible state of decomposition. And we've reported to the police. They have come. They say that the state in which it is, they cannot handle it. They've called AMA. AMA wants to come and bury the body here because of the state of decomposition. And this is the 5th. It's very dangerous. Doesn't augur well for teaching and learning. The environment is not conducive. So we need some police patrols here Whether the people are being murdered from elsewhere and dumped here, or they are being murdered here, is another case to be looked at. But a few of them, police ascertained that the people were murdered here. And we are scared because we are taking care of children.
So that's the headmistress of the Achimota school speaking to Matilda Omega today on this matter of security becoming a problem at the secondary school. Matilda, for parents and residents who live in this area, I'm sure they may have their own stories of their experiences. I have one to share, but we'll hear from them shortly. What's been their version of what's happening in that area?
So I caught up with one parent who came to the school, and indeed he was very worried about what exactly is being done. Their concern is that they've written a number of letters to the Ministry of Education that they want to begin their own, they will fund it themselves to wall the school, but till date they haven't gotten the clearance from Ministry of Education. So they are saying the parents are willing to wall the school. All they need is the support from government, because these cases that we are seeing on the school compound is something that brings a lot of worry to them, particularly their children being part of the school and who are boarders too as well. So I spoke to some of the parents, and then I spoke to some residents who raised some concerns about not being able to walk at night within the area.
Well, I feel threatened, and I believe every parent must feel threatened as well as the school, which is why we have sent letters to the Ministry of Education to have the place walled. And I believe the headmistress is doing her very best to have this place walled. We are not depending on government. Parents have signed to contribute to this very walling of this great institution. And you know, we're not having any feedback from the ministry. I've personally been to the ministry, spoken with the DG of Education, and he promises that this document will be signed to have the school walled. But up to now, it's not walled, and we are very much concerned. We don't want to see these things happening in the school.
Because we need security serious. And then
You have some issues. What are those issues that are affecting you, the residents here?
we are pleading that the people should help us to fence the Achimota forest, or maybe they will provide their securities over there. So in terms of maybe other mad person or somebody will come and dump anything over there, the security people will see.
Yamga, unit committee member.
Eunice, you live in this community. How do you feel about the security issues here?
Okay, we feel very bad because we don't have a lot of security around us, because people are complaining, snatching bags and things. So, yesterday we heard that somebody have been murdered, and in fact the way our name is going all over the places, we feel bad, so we want the security to help us very much.
But how do you feel? Do you live in fear? How is the situation like? Because even though we haven't recorded some residents being murdered here, I'm sure it comes as a concern to you. What exactly are your fears?
Okay, we live like we can't walk and stay late in the night. We are advising people that they should make sure that they will be sleeping early, not to be walking around. So right now we are now planning to look for some people to gather and help the community. That's what we are trying to do.
But how relevant?
The police people, they are doing their part, but at times maybe they are not. We need people around this community, at least watch night people to be watching the area and things.
These cases were recorded. In fact, it disturbs us a lot in our community, because when this is happening in your communities, it's like maybe you are not doing your work, but we are trying to do all our best to stop this kind of thing. So that is why when we see anything go wrong in our community, we report to police to take good care of it. So police too, it's true that they doesn't sleep. Whatever we tell the police, they also do what? They move on it. What I wanted the police people to do is that I wanted even the forest there now. That is what I was telling them now. If there is some police post there, they will put there. And then Achimota school to do some fence wall, protected the land. In fact, it will help our community. We know definitely that nobody can go inside and dump anybody or any rubbish and things there, causing diseases for people in my community.
Right, so those are some residents and parents sharing their experiences. Matilda, I promised I'll share my story with you. Yes. You know already what it is. In January this year, I went to visit my niece at the Achimota Hospital, not feeling well in the evening around 6 p.m., just before nightfall. I walk in, remember I left my phone in the car. I come back, my car's been broken into, my bag taken, laptop, so many things in there.
Wow.
When I go to the Achimota police station, I'm told, oh, ABM, meaning they've received tons of reports like this happening in that part of the country. But anyway, you've been speaking to the police about the this very, very serious issue here. What are they doing about this issue? Okay,
so for the police, I spoke with the Accra Regional Police Commander, COP Dampari. He assured the school that yes, they are going to increase the patrol within that area. But he also disputed the figures that was put out that 5 bodies have been murdered on the school compound. So he has assured the school that there's going to be an increased police presence on the school compound.
But immediately the issue of ensuring that we intensify patrols in the community will do that. The issue of ensuring that this continuous engagement, we have a network of things for them to be comfortable to share information with the police. But what is also important is that since the beginning of the year, issues of sex death, we were cautious about the use of the word murder. Issue of such deaths that have come to our attention are 2. The one that we are currently witnessing, and the second one, which was an alleged hanging by an individual hanging himself, is the issues that have come up. And we said that the past 2.5 years, we've seen about 6 of them. But the important thing is this: the other issues of somebody probably stopping somebody, which is a purely separate criminal thing that has been handled. About 3 that has come to the attention. All those things are being investigated in accordance with an issue of what murder, but the other one whose nature cannot be properly handled, because like we said, our investigation so far has not shown anything to the effect that there was something fishy or something about murder that we need to look at. The investigation so far has not given us any clue to that, and there's every indication that it could be any of the lunatics, any of the squatters passing on in a manner that nobody has attended to, and it becomes an issue like that. But this is not to say that we are not going to pay serious attention to it. We are going to walk the community, and I've given instructions to the command at the level and also the divisional command, and also the region. I myself and my team will come around, and especially Achimota Forest itself, to see what actually is there that we can work on to improve security, working with any stakeholder whose responsibility is to keep the forest. We are also going to increase the patrols, especially we know that people come there to have all sort of activities conducted, and also those people who are probably trespassing lands of Achimota School and any other one that we think that is a criminal thing that we need to look at it. I've consulted with my crime officer who will deal with our legal office and see what is it that we can do to deal with it in a manner that will bring sanity in the area.
So that's the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander COP Dampare speaking to the media today after they interacted with the school authorities at the Achimota College. Thank you, Matilda Omega, doing a great job today in trying to understand what the problem is at that school with students seeing 5 bodies already on their campus. Thank you, Matilda Omega.